For the second time in 10 years, we Irish have been asked to vote again for a treaty which we have already rejected. Now, in fairness, there has been one change since the first referendum, which deserves to be noted. If this treaty is passed, Ireland will be assured of having a permanent commissioner. If it is not passed, we will lose that right. This is very significant, and anyone who avoids mentioning this issue is not doing justice to what is being presented to the Irish people at this point. As for the Lisbon Treaty itself, its underlying concern is simple enough. The EU began with 6 members, and now there are 27 and growing. And the structures need to be adapted to deal with these bigger numbers. There are many other provisions of varying complexity, but most of them are bringing together old treaties. Besides, this is by no means the first complex European treaty. This time, however, there is a problem not with the treaty itself as much as with those who propose it. People don't trust politicians the way they used to. Normally, when we are dissatisfied with politicians, we vote for someone else. But most of us don't seem inclined to vote for the anti-European parties. So we end up voting for leaders at election time which do not enjoy anything like the same trust when it comes to voting for a European treaty. All of us, the political parties included, all of them, need to ask ourselves what is going on. When the Irish electorate said no to Nice, and the politicians asked us to vote again, we voted yes, but for many it left a bad taste. Now the same thing is happening again with Lisbon, and this time people are even less happy. It might be tempting to teach them a lesson and to vote no just to show them that they are not there to tell us what to do. But there is more at stake than what goes on between us, them and us here in Ireland. They have been telling us that there will be trouble if we vote no, which is at best a feeble argument. They also talk about the economy and how many jobs will be lost by a second no vote, which is no small matter. What they do not talk about is self-respect and nationhood and human dignity. They don't talk about the positive side of Ireland's relationship with Europe. They don't talk about these things because they don't know how. They have been talking so much for so long about money and jobs and market forces that their imaginations and ours have become deadened. The truth is that there is one market force which has been overlooked in recent years. There can be no economy, no civilization, without that basic sense of solidarity and mutual trust which enables people to take initiatives in the confidence that their efforts will be recognised and rewarded. Without this human reality, the word credit means very little. Even the economy needs vision. So why should we vote a second time? We need to do so because the last time we voted, our political leaders failed to present a coherent vision of hope for the future of this country, and people voted on both sides out of fear. The no voters feared for Irish sovereignty. The yes voters feared for Irish jobs. Last time, the winning side did not capitalise on their victory, which is hardly surprising. How can you say to those on the losing side, "We won because our fears are more powerful than yours. Join us in our fears"? Whichever side wins this time, let it be a victory for hope, so that those whose arguments prevail can turn to their fellow citizens and say, "Join us in our hope for the future." In this series of short talks, I will be arguing for a yes vote in the coming referendum on a basis of hope and national self-respect.